Because Toyota is recalling more than 120,000 Toyotas and Lexus vehicles. So it focuses on a potential engine problem there.
Really? Toyota? 824 warranty claims, 166 field reports, over 100,000 recalled vehicles. But here's what Toyota doesn't want you to know. Their own documents prove they knew about catastrophic engine failures for 2 years while you were still buying them. Brand new $80,000 Tundras are grenading with less than 10,000 miles. And if you bought a 2024 or 2025 model thinking you're safe, you're not. This is the Toyota scandal that's destroying their reputation and possibly your engine. The revolutionary engine that became a nightmare. When Toyota unveiled the 2022 Tundra at the Chicago Auto Show, they didn't just reveal a truck, they unveiled a philosophy shift that would ultimately become their biggest nightmare. For 15 years, the second-generation Tundra had soldiered on with the bulletproof 5.7-liter V8, an engine so reliable it became legendary among contractors, ranchers, and anyone who needed absolute dependability. But Toyota's engineers convinced executives that the future demanded something different. Enter the V35A FTS, a technological tour de force packing 3.4 liters, twin turbochargers, and enough computing power to run a small spacecraft. This wasn't just an engine, it was Toyota's statement that they could match Detroit's power while delivering Japanese efficiency. The specs were intoxicating: 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque, and a promised 20% improvement in fuel economy. The automotive press lost their minds. Motor Trend called it thoroughly modern. Car and Driver praised its urgent power delivery. Even the traditionally skeptical pickup truck forums were cautiously optimistic. Pre-orders flooded in from customers who'd been waiting since 2015 for a redesigned Tundra. Dealers reported taking deposits sight unseen, while some locations pre-selling their entire first-year allocation. When dreams became nightmares, these weren't casual purchases. Small business owners leveraged their companies to buy $75,000 Platinum models as mobile offices. Families traded in paid-off vehicles and took on 7-year loans for $65,000 limited trims, believing they were investing in 2 decades of reliability. Contractors who'd run their previous Tundras to 400,000 miles eagerly signed papers for $80,000 TRD Pros and Capstones, confident they were buying the last truck they'd ever need. Then reality hit like a sledgehammer. Marcus Thompson, a plumbing contractor from Houston, still remembers the exact moment. "I was merging onto Highway 290 with a trailer full of equipment, 8,200 miles on the odometer. Heard this tick-tick, then bang. Sounded like someone threw a wrench into a blender. The engine just died. I'm doing 65 miles per hour with semi-trucks everywhere. No power steering, no brakes, just coasting toward the shoulder, praying I make it." The pattern emerged with frightening consistency. First, a subtle knock, often dismissed as injector noise or normal direct injection clatter. Within days or weeks, the knock would intensify into a violent hammering. Oil pressure would plummet. The dashboard would explode in warning lights: check engine, oil pressure, traction control. Every system connected to the dying engine would scream in digital panic. Then, catastrophic failure. Dealerships became war zones. Service advisors, trained to handle routine maintenance and minor repairs, were suddenly facing customers with dead $80,000 trucks. The initial response was universal confusion. Technicians would drop oil pans to find metal shavings that looked like glitter, bronze-bearing material that should have lasted 300,000 miles, destroyed in less than 10,000. The smoking gun timeline. The real scandal isn't that engines failed, it's what Toyota knew and when they knew it. Their own NHTSA filing, document number 24V-399, contains a timeline that should be criminal evidence. March 3, 2022, Toyota's technical field team receives their first U.S. report of a V35A FTS engine stalling due to abnormal noise. Investigation reveals seized crankshaft bearings. The truck had 7,842 miles. April 2022, 3 more identical failures across Toyota's desk. Engineers begin disassembling returned engines, finding bronze-bearing material throughout the oil systems. July 2022, Toyota's quality control team makes the connection. Microscopic metal debris from the machining process is contaminating engines. During manufacturing, when the engine block and crankshaft are precision cut, tiny metal particles are created. These should be completely cleaned out before assembly. They weren't. September 2022. Internal memo leaked to automotive journalists in 2024 shows Toyota executives discussing potential widespread bearing contamination issue. The memo recommends enhanced monitoring while investigating remediation options. January 2023. Toyota quietly issues a technical service bulletin, TSB-0023-23, to dealers about unusual engine noise in V35A FTS applications. The bulletin stops short of admitting a defect, instead suggesting enhanced oil change intervals as a preventative measure. September 2023. With failures mounting, now over 500 documented cases, Toyota's legal team begins preparing for inevitable litigation. Internal emails later revealed in court show discussions about managing public perception and controlling narrative timing. February 2024. NHTSA opens preliminary investigation PE 24-005 after receiving 127 direct customer complaints about engine failures. May 30th, 2024. Backed into a corner, Toyota finally announces recall 24TA05, affecting 102,092 vehicles. During this 26-month period of corporate paralysis, Toyota sold approximately 280,000 vehicles equipped with the V35A FTS engine. Using their own acknowledged failure rate of 0.8%, that means over 2,200 customers bought trucks with engines destined to fail, while Toyota knew about the problem. The questionable fix that has everyone terrified. The recall remedy has become almost as controversial as the cover-up itself. While Toyota's official position states that affected vehicles will receive appropriate remedial action, the reality on the ground is a maze of half measures and compromises. The primary repair being performed is a short block replacement. For those unfamiliar with engine terminology, imagine your engine as a two-story house. The short block is just the foundation and the first floor. Engine block, crankshaft, pistons, and connecting rods. The cylinder heads, the second floor, containing the valves, camshafts, and direct injection systems, along with the twin turbochargers, intercoolers, and oil cooling systems, are all removed from the fail engine and bolted onto the new short block. Master technician David Kim from Los Angeles, who's performed dozens of these replacements, explains the problem. Metal contamination doesn't respect boundaries. If bearing material circulated through the oil system for thousands of miles, it's everywhere. Embedded in the turbo bearings, stuck in oil passages you can't clean, hiding in the cylinder head galleries. We're basically putting a new heart in a patient but leaving their contaminated blood vessels. The recontamination fear isn't theoretical. Forum member Tundra Travis documented his nightmare in excruciating detail. First engine failed at 11,000 miles. Dealer performed the short block replacement under recall. At 15,400 miles, just 4,400 miles on the new engine, the familiar knock returned. Second catastrophic failure. Toyota initially denied coverage, claiming the second failure was unrelated to the recall. The parts shortage has transformed an already bad situation into a logistical catastrophe. Toyota allocated approximately 5,000 short blocks for the initial recall wave. With 102,000 affected vehicles and a failure rate that appears to be accelerating, dealers are reporting wait times extending into 2026. Jennifer Martinez, a real estate agent from Phoenix, has been without her Tundra for 4 months. They gave me a rental Corolla for 30 days. After that, I'm on my own. I'm making $789 monthly payments on a truck sitting dead at the dealer, plus $400 a month for a rental SUV so I can actually work. Toyota offered me a $50 per day credit towards a future purchase. It's insulting. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. The 2024-2025 models, the forgotten victims. Toyota's official stance is clear. 2024 and newer models incorporated enhanced cleaning procedures during manufacturing and are not affected by the debris contamination issue. The recall explicitly excludes these vehicles. Case closed, right? The evidence suggests otherwise. A data analysis of Tundra forums, Facebook groups, and Reddit communities reveals at least 47 documented cases of 2024 model year V35A FTS engine failures exhibiting identical symptoms to the recalled vehicles. These aren't high-mileage abuse cases. The average failure occurs at just 6,200 miles. Michael Roberts, who purchased a 2024 Tundra SR5 in October 2023, represents these forgotten victims. My engine started knocking at 4,100 miles. Dealer had it for 3 weeks, eventually replaced the engine under warranty. They insisted it wasn't related to the recall issue. Same symptoms, same bearing failure, but somehow different because my VIN isn't on the list. The 2025 models, which began arriving at dealerships in August of 2024, are already showing problems. 3 confirmed failures have been documented on tundratalk.net, all with fewer than 2,000 miles. There are 3 possible explanations for these continued failures. Theory 1, the fix failed. Toyota's enhanced cleaning procedures aren't removing all contamination. Metal particles are still present, just in smaller quantities that take slightly longer to cause catastrophic failure. Theory 2, multiple contamination sources. The debris isn't just from machining. Some technicians suspect the twin turbochargers are contributing metal particles during the break-in period, or that the direct injection system's extreme pressures are causing unusual wear patterns. Theory 3, fundamental design flaw. This is the nightmare scenario Toyota refuses to acknowledge. Multiple engineers have independently suggested the V35 AFTS has an inherent weakness, perhaps insufficient oil pressure at low RPMs, undersized bearing surfaces for the power output, or inadequate cooling under heavy load. The debris contamination simply accelerated failures that would have eventually occurred anyway. The financial apocalypse. Let's translate this disaster into dollars and cents. Direct costs to Toyota. Short block replacement, $8,000 in parts plus $3,000 in labor equals $11,000 per vehicle. Full engine replacement, $15,000 in parts plus $4,000 in labor equals $19,000 per vehicle. Rental car coverage, $50 per day average times 60 days equals $3,000 per claim. Legal settlements, estimated $500 million across 17 class action suits. Warranty extension costs, $300 million reserved for future claims. Total estimated liability, $2.8 billion and climbing. Impact on owners. Depreciation hit. 2022-2023 Tundras losing 35 to 40% of value in 2 years. Normal is 20%. Insurance implications. Some carriers refusing comprehensive coverage. Lost income. Commercial users reporting $1,000 to $5,000 weekly losses during repairs. Financing disasters. Owners owing $70,000 on trucks worth $45,000. Dealer network damage. One Texas dealer group shared anonymized data showing 68% decrease in Tundra sales year over year. $3.2 million in unreimbursed warranty work. 42 Tundras in inventory averaging 127 days on lot. Normal is 45. Service department overwhelmed, causing 3-week waits for routine maintenance. Secondary market destruction. CarMax internal memo flags all V35A FTS vehicles for enhanced inspection. Carvana offering $15,000 less than KBB value for affected years. Auction prices for 2022-2023 Tundras down 40% versus comparable F-150s. Fleet companies dumping entire Tundra inventories. Your survival strategy. If you own a 2022-2023 Tundra LX600, immediate actions. Check VIN and NHTSA.gov and Toyota.com/recall. Start oil analysis program with Blackstone Labs, $30 per test. Install oil pressure gauge if you're mechanically inclined. Document everything with photos, videos, and written logs. Joint class action at tundraenginesettlement.com. Fighting for proper repair. Demand full engine replacement, not short block. Request all contaminated components to be replaced. Turbos, oil cooler lines. Get promises in writing. Record conversations where legal. If denied, escalate to Toyota Corporate, 1-800-331-4331. File complaints with NHTSA, State Attorney General, and Better Business Bureau. If you own a 2024-2025 model, you're in limbo but not helpless. Extended warranty is essential, but read exclusions carefully. Monitor oil level weekly. Consumption spike precedes failure. Any unusual noise requires immediate dealer documentation. Build a relationship with service manager before you need them. Consider preemptive trade while values remain stable. If you're shopping for a Tundra, only truly safe option, iForce Max Hybrid, different engine architecture. If you're buying used 2022-2023, Budget extra $10,000 for potential engine replacement. Require pre-purchase inspection by independent shop. Get written confirmation of recall completion. Consider certified pre-owned 2021 models with proven 5.7-liter V8. The death of trust. Toyota's handling of this crisis represents more than a mechanical failure. It's a betrayal of generational loyalty. Families who've bought nothing but Toyotas for decades are jumping ship to Ford and GM. The psychological damage runs deeper than any financial loss. Robert Yamamoto, whose grandfather worked at Toyota's first U.S. plant, captures the sentiment. 3 generations of my family drove Toyotas exclusively. My grandfather would say Toyota means trust. Now I can't even look at my Tundra without feeling angry. It's not about the engine, it's about the lies. The ripple effect spreads across Toyota's entire lineup. Highlander buyers wonder if their engines are next. Tacoma forms buzz with paranoia about the turbocharged 2024 models. Even Camry loyalists, the bedrock of Toyota's customer base, are questioning whether cost-cutting has infected every model line. Dealers are in open revolt. A coalition of 42 dealer principals sent a letter to Toyota North America CEO Ted Ogawa demanding better support, faster parts delivery, and expanded recall coverage. One dealer, speaking anonymously, revealed, "We've lost customers we've served for 30 years. They don't trust us anymore. They think we knew and stayed quiet. My service department is a war zone." Toyota chose profits over people for 2 years, and they're still lying about 2024-2025 models. If your engine failed, drop the mileage in the comments. Team lawsuit or team trade-in? The more noise we make, the harder we are to ignore. And if you enjoyed the content, smash that like button and subscribe for more auto content. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.